So now we take the road to Donegal with Val Doonican and his musical guests, Homeward Bound.
To be home again in my land. I've been away so long, away so long. Are you still waiting there for me, my love? I'll soon be home again in my land.
Good evening and welcome to tonight's show, which finds me right up the northwest tip of Ireland. My guests tonight, singers Enya and Daniel O'Donnell, both hail from this particular part of the world, and they'll be with us shortly.
To be home again in my land, to be where I belong, where I belong. And I know I'll find a welcome there when I am home again in my land.
The extreme northwest tip of Ireland means Donegal. And I have had the great pleasure of travelling the winding roads of this very beautiful and very rugged county many, many times. I've skirted its lakes, I've skirted its mountains, I've travelled through its towns and villages. But I do believe that to see Donegal properly, you want to get as high as you possibly can.
We're high, right in the world on the warm morning air. We're high, riding along with the love we can share. Leaving the city to those who can stand it, I'm ready to hand it to you on a plate. I'm ready to tell you that that's how I planned it. There's no good at calling, it's already too late. 'Cause we're high, right in the world on the warm morning air. We're high, riding along with the love we can share. Flying along over rivers and valleys, silently soar over mountains and plains, watching the life that's teeming below us, leaving the world to its worries and strains. Yes, we're high, right in the world on the warm morning air. We're high, riding along with the love we can share. We're high, right in the world on the warm morning air. We're high, riding along and singing a song, just riding along with the love we can share.
There's always been an enthusiastic following for country and western music in Ireland. Recently, a young man has come along whose achievements in that particular field have reached new heights. He lives just a little further along the coast of Donegal, and that was my next port of call, to meet Daniel O'Donnell. Well, it's a super view. How far is this actually, Daniel, from where you were born?
I just live about 2 miles from here. Across the water, it's only back that way, it's only about a mile or so. And just back here is a little island called Owey Island.
Owey?
Spelled O-W-E-Y. That's where my mother come from.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
Did you spend your youth over there then?
Well, when I got out of school in the summer, I used to go over because my grandmother lived there at that time and my uncle and his family. Yeah. So I used to spend all my summer holidays. I can remember dances in the schoolhouse and listening to the radio till it stopped at night, and then some of the local musicians would take out their fiddle and accordion and we'd dance.
How did it start? I mean, you started around here and you used to what? Sing in local dances and local... And the church you sang a lot, didn't you?
I used to sing in chapel Sundays and Christmas and Easter in the choir. And I used to sing then in local concerts as a child. But as I grew up, it wasn't something that was sort of at the forefront of my mind that I would say, yeah, that's what I'm going to do as a career. And from there on in, a series of things have got us to where we are today. It was difficult in the beginning.
Yeah. You did an album of religious music too, didn't you?
Well, I did some on my last album, and I hope to do a full album on the religious.
Are they very popular here, religious albums, religious songs?
Yeah, I think they're popular everywhere.
Yeah.
No matter where you go, I think people can identify with a religious song. I suppose around here especially, you see, people are very, very close to the ground. What I mean by that is that they're fishing people, they work on the land, and they're very, very close to nature.
Now, you've moved to Dublin at the moment for professional reasons, obviously, because you want to be near where it's all happening. Do you miss all this?
Yeah,
you're not far away from it, I know that.
No,
you can get back in a few hours, can't
I think you would have to miss it when you look out and see all the different things, scenery. But I think the most thing you miss is the people. People from home and the people that you grew up with and the simple things that you...
Now, we're looking forward to hearing some of your music. Now, tell us about this song you're going to sing.
Well, this song is probably one of the most local songs to the area. It's called Mary from Dunlow, and Dunlow is about 6 miles from where we are right now. First of all, it's all about love. It's a forbidden love, though, a father who wouldn't allow his daughter to marry her boyfriend, and he goes off to a foreign country and reminisces about his only love, Mary from Dunlow.
No, that's it. And it's lovely to talk to you, Daniel.
Thank you, it's been a pleasure. And thank you for coming here.
Thank you.
Oh, then fare thee well, sweet Donegal, the roses and Gidon. I'm crossing the main ocean where the foaming billows roll. It breaks my heart from you to part, where I spent many happy days. Farewell to kind relations, I am bound for America. Oh, then marry you're my heart's delight, my pride and only care. It was your cruel
but absence makes the heart grow fond, and when I am over the main, may the Lord protect my darling girl till I return again. Oh, I wish I was in sweet Dunlow and seated on the grass, and by my side a bottle of wine, and on my knee a lass. I'd call for liquor of the best, and I'd pay before I would go, and I'd roll my Mary in my arms in the town of sweet Dunlow.
My next guest promised to take me on a sightseeing trip through scenes of her childhood. Not that her childhood was all that long ago, but in spite of that, her achievements throughout the music world are impressive indeed. We met and drove to Mount Errigal, a place that is very special to her. I know that in your early days, when you went to boarding school and all that, this had a special meaning for you, this particular spot, didn't it?
Mm-hmm. When you're very young, it's very hard to assess when you're near home, but this was always the landmark for me, that I was just around the corner from home. It's special here, and it's so peaceful, and it's the only place where I can actually come back to that I just forget about work. And that's really important, as you know yourself.
Do you feel that your music sort of reeks of this kind of thing?
This would have influenced me, definitely.
Now, so many people, their childhood is something they can quite easily forget about, really. It's a part of their life. You say, what was your childhood? Oh, it was okay. And they just talk about it. Now, my childhood has always been very special to me. Now, you're exactly the same, aren't you?
Yes, with my childhood, there was so much music happening around me, and that has a great influence on me. And it's, you know, to my parents, my grandparents, they were involved in music. And I come from a very big family and very happy sort of memories of my childhood.
Yeah. How many of you were there?
There's 9 in the family, 4 brothers and 4 sisters.
And where do you fit?
I am, I like to put it, the 4th youngest.
The 4th? Now, this particular part of the world is very much a Gaeltacht area, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Now, I've spoken to you about this before, and I envy your ability to speak such great Gaelic. How much Gaelic did you speak when you were young?
Well, it was all Gaelic I spoke until I went to school, which was around 3 or 4, and then I would have learned how to speak English. But that's all I heard, because around here they only speak Gaelic.
And you sing a lot in Gaelic now, do you?
Yes, it's because it's my first language, so I'm extremely comfortable when it comes to, I can express myself so much better in Gaelic.
Now, you're going to sing one of your songs for us, and which is called Lehe Gal Moge, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Now, I know enough to know that is the sort of the lovely days of my youth, and the sort of bright and happy days of my youth. When and why did you write that one?
I think we had decided we'd like to work on an Irish song, and it was in the vein of traditional Irish music.
Now, just for people who are going to listen to the song, now, just tell us what the rest of the words are going to say so they can try and follow it as it goes along.
Well, it's basically written in a lament form. It's Ohonus Ohono, which is crying, and it's really crying on the loss of my youth, and it's gone forever, and it's basically talking about the happy memories I had of my childhood.
You haven't lost your youth yet. But let's hear the song.
Share